Let's chat about BRICS, a group that includes Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. This collection of growing economies is really making waves around the world. Recently, they announced a new payment system that surprised the US. This is a big deal. It means that a lot of countries are looking to trade without relying on the US dollar, which has been the main currency for quite a while. This shift could really change how countries do business with each other. Now, picture this: countries trading directly with each other without having to convert their money into dollars first. That's what the BRICS pay system is all about. And here's the exciting part: 159 countries are on board. That's a huge chunk of the globe. This new payment system is set to launch during the 2024 summit from October 22nd to 24th. And it's thrilling to think about how it could reshape international trade. Russian officials have confirmed that these countries are ready to dive into the BRICS pay system. This clearly shows that many nations are eager to find new ways to manage their finances, moving away from systems dominated by the US. With so many countries interested, it's a strong sign that they want to take charge of their own economic futures. So, let's talk about what the BRICS pay system really is. It's a blockchain-based platform that lets countries trade using their local currencies. This means Brazil can trade with Russia without needing to convert their money into dollars first. For countries like Russia, which have faced tough economic sanctions, this is a total game-changer. It makes trading easier and could even save businesses money when dealing with international trade. Don't forget to mark your calendars for the 2024 summit. That's where we expect the official launch of the BRICS pay system. Countries like Venezuela, Malaysia, and Turkey are already in talks to join this exciting new platform. But it's not just about making transactions. It's about building stronger relationships and creating a more connected world. The buzz around this summit is growing, and many nations see it as a chance to redefine their economic futures. Here's where things get interesting. Turkey, a NATO member, is looking to join BRICS, which could really shake up global politics. Turkey's interest shows they want to strengthen ties with non-Western allies, and this could change how they interact with NATO and the US. It's a clear sign that countries are searching for alternatives to traditional power structures, and that could have big implications for global alliances. While BRICS is making bold moves, the United States is facing some serious challenges. Recent signs suggest that the US might be headed for a recession, and that's got a lot of people worried. The once mighty US economy is showing signs of strain, leaving many to question what the future holds. Let's break it down. Several key economic indicators are sending out warning signals. The ISM Manufacturing Index, which measures production levels, has been dropping. It's not just a small dip. It's hinting at a possible slowdown in production. Plus, recent labor reports show job openings are decreasing, and unemployment might be creeping up. These numbers affect real people and families, making the future feel uncertain. Now, let's compare that with what's happening in BRICS countries. While the US struggles with inflation and a shaky job market, places like India and China are showing more strength. For instance, India has been enjoying solid economic growth, with GDP growth rates around 6 to 7% in recent years. This contrast highlights how BRICS countries are positioning themselves as viable options for trade and investment, especially as the US economy faces challenges. If the US does slip into a recession, it could create ripple effects around the world. Developing nations, especially those aligned with BRICS, might find new opportunities to strengthen their economic ties. As the dollar's dominance starts to fade, BRICS nations could step up and say, "We've got this." This shift could lead to a world where power is shared among various nations rather than concentrated in one. With all this economic uncertainty, former President Donald Trump has made a bold move by throwing down the gauntlet with a warning about potential tariffs. At a recent campaign rally, he declared that countries moving away from the US dollar for trade could face a staggering 100% tariff. This is a serious threat and highlights the growing tensions between the US and BRICS nations. Trump's statement isn't just political chatter. It's a clear message that the US is ready to take drastic measures to maintain its economic dominance. By threatening 100% tariffs, he's essentially saying that countries need to think twice before ditching the dollar. This aggressive stance could spark a tit-for-tat situation, where countries retaliate against US tariffs with their own measures, complicating things even further. Now, let's consider what these tariffs would mean for everyday Americans. If the US were to impose 100% tariffs, prices for goods and services could skyrocket. Imagine paying double for imports. Everything from electronics to clothing would become a lot more expensive. This could lead to inflation that hits consumers hard, making daily life more costly. It's a risky move that could backfire on the US economy, especially if people start feeling the financial pinch. But it's not just about the US. BRICS nations aren't likely to just sit back and take it. They could respond with their own measures, like speeding up the development of alternative financial systems or strengthening trade ties with countries that aren't aligned with the US. This could create a more fragmented global trade environment where countries have to navigate complex relationships and trade agreements. Trump's tariffs could reshape US trade relations for years to come. History shows that trade wars can have long-lasting effects, and this situation is no different. As countries reassess their relationships with the US, we might see shifts in alliances and partnerships that could redefine the global economic landscape. As we watch these developments unfold, it's clear that the world is changing. BRICS is on the rise, the US is facing challenges, and the future of global trade is anything but certain. The next few years will be crucial in determining how these dynamics play out, and this is just the beginning of the story. What do you think about the new BRICS pay system? Do you think it will really change how countries trade? Or will the US dollar still be the go-to? Share your thoughts in the comments. And that's it for today. Stay tuned for more, and catch you at the next one.